Hey friends, it's your boy LUCA, and you're listening to the LUCA Project. Hello everyone, it's me, LUCA, again, and welcome back to another episode of the LUCA Project. Now, today's topic is about my life outside of YouTube, from the title. And yes, I do have, a life outside of YouTube, you know, because that is pretty much like what I was known for a while, because I started out on YouTube, because I was doing like those like I was doing like parodies. I was just like trying to be like another YouTuber at the time. And my parodies that I did, they're so embarrassing, to this day. I don't even know like what I was thinking at the time when I was doing it, but hey, you got to start somewhere, and then came along the LUCA show, and that show I'm pretty much most well known for, because a lot of my fans, you guys, like who are listening to this podcast, like you all, pretty much like grew up with me, like on that show, and then after that, the Game Wizard came. And then after that, Lovin' Music with LRAP, so that's 3 YouTube shows right there that I did. And then, oh, pretty much I started doing like music in 2018, but then I did Lovin' Music with LRAV a year later in 2019, and I was still doing music then, so. But back to the topic of today's episode, yeah, I do have a life outside of YouTube, because the thing is, like, how there are those, like, TV stars and, like, movie stars, like, like, you think, like, that's pretty much, like, all they do, like, that's their life, but in reality, they're human beings too, like, they all have, like, the everyday human things that we do. We get up, we have breakfast, we go to our job, and then after that we come home and we just have dinner, and we just start the day all over again, you know you know and so pretty much like my life, like like it was like pretty normal, like but other than the fact that I was on like YouTube, but for the most part, I had a pretty like normal like childhood growing up, Excuse me. So yeah, so so pretty much, yeah, my life was pretty normal. Like I had like two, yeah, I have like two great parents who raised me right, and I am who I am today. Like I went to like school, yeah, and I still did YouTube, but I still went to school, and a fun fact about me, I also have llamas, and I also had alpacas, but they're long gone, but it's just like nobody knows anyone that has llamas, quite like me, because llamas, they're cool, and like like that's pretty much like what I do, because like every time I would like after I would like come home from school, like I would always like have like a little snack and then like go down and deal with the llamas, and then do my homework, Yeah, and then I would just like I do like the same thing like all over again, you know, and so like that's pretty much like my life like currently right now, like you know currently I just recently over summer I finished my college. Yay. That's definitely an accomplishment for sure. And now I'm working. I have a job. It's great. I'm not gonna like mention like my job and like what it is on my podcast just because just out of respect for my job and like the company. Yeah, but my job, it's really incredible. And I also enjoy like riding like my scooter around the neighborhood, and that's really good exercise. And I definitely love listening to music. I also make music as well. you know it's on SoundCloud, so go listen to my music. It's fire. Yeah, and I also have on YouTube my music videos as well, so why don't you go over there and check it out. So and I also have two amazing dogs that I love very much. So and so like that's pretty much like my whole life, like in a nutshell. Like because like yeah, like that's pretty much like my whole like well, pretty much like my life outside of YouTube. And like and if you guys like didn't know this, but like if you guys like aren't like hearing anything, like you're not hearing me talk, that's just my way of just like thinking about like something, like of like what I'm like trying to say, like yeah, like I'm just trying to like gather my thoughts, so if that bugs you, just deal with it. Like that's just my process, and like that's just how I roll, and you're just gonna have to get used to it. Yeah, and see, like this is also like the one thing that my fans and the listeners of this podcast, that you're gonna learn more about me. Like like just like right now. Like with like the silence, like that's just me like thinking and just gathering all of my thoughts together, and just speak it. You know, yeah, and also like another thing about me, like I'm not really like the type of person who is like too loud or like too soft, but I'm kind of like in between. Yeah, that's pretty much like where I stand. Like yeah, like, but I'm also like quiet as well. Like that can also be kind of like the silence as well. Like yeah, I'm not very like talkative like much, but like I will like talk. Like I am like right now. But like some days I'll like talk. Like like I'll like talk about like stuff if there's a topic that's interesting, and I'll just like talk about it. But for the most part I'm like just like pretty quiet. And but like there's nothing wrong with that. Because I'm just like really like insightful, and I like to think about things. And also that like you can like learn that. like in my song, think to myself, yeah, you should definitely go listen to that song. It's really good, and like the song, it pretty much like speaks for itself, and because yeah, that song, it's pretty personal to me. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's pretty much about it, you know. So yeah, so that's pretty much like my whole, like life outside of, like YouTube, because I have, like llamas that I have to take care of, I also like take care of myself. Oh yeah, also yeah, oh yeah, that's another thing, so yeah, you all should really learn to like take care of yourself, because mental health is like so important. And you know what? That topic, that's going to be for another podcast episode, which I will do, yeah, soon. Yeah, but not like soon enough, but I will do it, because mental health is really important, especially right now, during this pandemic, and we've all been like cooped up in the house lately, and like but like and it's also been like a pain, like wearing masks, when we're out in public, everyone, yeah, I literally cannot stress this enough. Just please wear a mask. Like it's really not that difficult. Like I don't mean to sound like personal or anything, but if any of you have like a have like a what's the word? No, what's the word that I'm looking for? Yeah, it's like if you guys have any like negativity about like what I have to say, just ignore it. You don't have to believe what I'm saying, but I'm just telling you, just I'm just telling you to just as like a suggestion, like oh well like well you know what I mean. Just please wear a mask. It's not difficult. And then yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into the whole like COVID-19 like issue. Like yeah, I'm not gonna go into the whole pandemic issue. Like yeah, it's just weird. But like that's pretty much it. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast episode, and I will see you all on the pod side. Yeah, and yeah, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, the LUCA Project. Yeah, so yeah, search that in the search bar, and then make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell for notifications when I upload next. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that good jazz. Okay, thank you all so much, and have a blessed day. Bye.